Vaughan Sayer, and coming to you from MusicGurus.com. I'm going to use Stevie Ray Vaughan's Pride and Joy to give you a little lesson on left-hand damping. Now, left-hand damping is a tricky little technique, but you have to put a bit of work into it, like most things that are worth learning. And what you need to do is basically make sure that your left hand actually damps all the notes that you're not going to use. And in the case of Stevie Ray Vaughan's Pride and Joy, the riff itself is a fairly standard 12-bar boogie, but of course he's throwing in quite a lot of open strings as well. So we're just going to take you through the riff very slowly. Starts off with that low E string, and what's happening is the top strings of the guitar are being hit in between every note. So we have on the low notes, and then in between that we have and so on. Very slow version, doesn't sound much like it, I'll grant you that, but that's actually what's happening. So we start off with, now what's good on this is you can start off with an upstroke and hit the open strings, and then hit the low string. What you have to try and do is get your left hand to put the first finger across the A string, D string, G, B, and E. In other words, all the strings apart from the E, and hit down on the guitar, just hitting the E string, but also hitting the rest of the strings. The secret of the riff itself is that you are trying to get the grunt of hitting all the strings rather than just going, doesn't sound anywhere near the same if you're going, it needs each time you hit the strings. So initially what you need to try and do is this, is hit the string, damp the rest of the strings. The next note is on the G, which is the third fret in the E string, and do the same. And so on. So going through the riff, but making sure that you're damping every string that you're not using. And then in between each note, you need to hit an upstroke, where you take your left hand away and hit the top of the strings and let them open. So basically, let's show you that. We'll go up to that point. Slowed it right down. It's quite hard to play slow. And so on. Following that, we've got a little bit that's basically an E sus chord, which is basically your, say you use your third finger over the A, the D, the G, and then go back to an E7. And that's with an upstroke in between, like so. So we have, all together, quite slow, like so. Okay, so that's basically the riff to Stevie Ray Vaughan's Pride and Joy. I hope that gave you a little bit of an insight into left-hand damping. What you get with left-hand damping, and you can practice this anytime you like, basically it's just being able to hit one note with your left hand, but making sure that none of the other strings that you're not wanting to hit get heard. So just one little technique that I could show you is that you can practice any scale you like. Let's take a G pentatonic scale. And just go through a scale trying to hit that one note each time and damping the rest. Always a good way of learning how to left-hand damp. Okay, so I hope that helped you out with a bit of left-hand damping. If you liked that lesson, you enjoyed it, and you want to have a go at some more things that I could show you, pop over to MusicGurus.com, where you'll find lots of interesting stuff that I'm sure that will make your guitar playing more interesting.